This is your sign that you don't need to figure anything out. You just need to move on. This is no longer the time to get stuck in that toxic loop of trying to figure out where your problems are coming from and trying to analyze your past and figure out specifically how each situation has affected you and why you are the way that you are. I'm all for self-analysis and trying to understand ourselves, but when you get stuck in this cycle and you keep trying to figure out what's going on, you keep labeling yourself as wounded. You keep labeling yourself as hurt, as broken. You keep acknowledging the fact that there's something wrong with you. If there's something that stands out to you from your past and you want to work through the emotions of that, do it. Do it once, maybe twice. Then move on. Don't keep revisiting the same concept. So you felt unworthy and unloved growing up. You felt unloved in your past relationships. That's the theme. You don't have to keep examining each relationship and keep examining how each relationship made you feel unloved in a very specific way. The point is, you have felt unloved in the past, and that is the cycle you are breaking today. You are making the decision to move on now that you know there has been a certain negative theme from your childhood or from your past or from different timelines, and now you're making the decision to end it and move forward and choose a different pattern, choose a different identity. In order to actually unplug from that concept and that feeling of unworthiness and being not loved the way you deserve, in order to unplug from that, you have to plug into something else. You can't continue to review it and say, okay, I'm unplugging, and then continue to look at every single relationship that made you feel unworthy. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no point in this. When we first get into our spiritual development journey, it's so easy to get stuck in this loop of re-examining our traumas over and over and over and over and over again. It's enough. It's enough. Stop torturing yourself over and over again. You know what you went through. You've acknowledged the patterns. Move on. I know it's easier to say that than it is to do it. I know a lot of you are going to get triggered by me telling you to just move on. But I got stuck in this pattern as well. It's not something that I'm telling you just because, oh, move on, ha ha ha. No, I have been stuck in this pattern of consistently going back to times in my childhood or times in my past relationships where I have felt unappreciated, unworthy, unloved. And I have emotionally brought myself back to that point so many times, and there is no end in sight. You can revisit a different relationship each time, and it's never going to end. Because whenever you think about that memory, or you think about a new memory that brings up that same theme for you, you're not going to have a different reaction. You're not going to not be upset by it. It's going to bring up the same exact emotions for you. Maybe it won't be as severe, but you're still going to put yourself in that place again. You're digging up the past over and over again. You're re-traumatizing yourself over and over again, and you're not committing to being healed. Being healed and complete, that's a decision. I know that is a very triggering thing to hear, but you have the choice to be healed. Once you've acknowledged that there's a certain pattern from your past and you've figured out why you have that pattern and you've made the decision to heal that pattern, each time you keep going back and revisiting it and calling yourself wounded, you are making the decision to not be complete. You are making the decision to not be whole and healed. It wasn't until I said, okay, I've felt this emotion before. I know why I feel this way. I know where these emotions are coming from. I'm done. It's over. I'm healed. I am complete. I'm no longer going to keep revisiting this trauma and revisiting this emotional pattern, because that's it. I'm done. I've acknowledged it. I've understood where it comes from. I know how that trigger feels in my body, and I don't need to keep revisiting it. I need to move on. How am I going to move on to become that next level version of myself that manifests bigger, better things if I'm still stuck in this place of healing? No one's gonna come and give you a medal and say, okay, you have healed. Here's your trophy. No, babe, that's not how it works. There is no end goal when it comes to healing. There is no one that's going to tell you when you are healed. Like, there is no final result. Healing is something that you choose. You choose to no longer be traumatized. You choose to no longer accept this pattern of depression, anxiety, sadness. Maybe this trauma is causing you to behave in ways that don't serve you. Maybe this trauma is causing you to revisit relationships that don't serve you. So you need to make that decision to move on. It won't be easy at first, because until we have reprogrammed our subconscious mind into no longer being in this identity of a victim, of traumatized, of unloved, unworthy, and we have shifted into, I am loved, I am worthy. I don't care if no one else treats me like I am loved or worthy. I treat myself like I am loved and I am worthy, because that's what I am. I treat myself like I am enough. I treat myself like I am healed. Nothing can trigger me. No one can trigger me. I am untriggerable. You have to affirm these things to yourself, because until you reprogram your victim mindset into someone that is healed and complete, you will keep going back to that place. And you will keep having these patterns repeat in your life. So let's say that your parents made you feel unloved and unworthy. Even if you are no longer with your parents, you don't live with them anymore. You are living your own life. You don't have to talk to your parents. Maybe they don't make you feel that way anymore. But now in your relationships, you manifest people into your life that make you feel unloved and unworthy. And then you get into this victim mindset again and say, oh, well, it's because when I was younger, my parents did this and they treated me in this way, and now like this person is treating me in this way, and I just keep attracting these people. It's because you haven't made the decision to do better. You are still blaming other people for your circumstances. This doesn't mean that they're innocent. Okay, they hurt you. Okay, they did something to you and it was wrong. But how long are you going to allow someone else's mistakes affect you? You are safe, you are good. Make that decision to move on. The longer you stay in this healing journey, the longer it'll take you to actually be healed. Stop saying you are healing. Say you are healed. Say I am healed. Yeah, I went through some stuff. I'm no longer going through this stuff. I went through my grieving period. I went through my healing period, and it's over. I am healed. Different things may take a longer amount of time for you to grieve, because there is that initial process when we freshly get out of a situation where we genuinely need to heal, like we actually do need to heal. But that doesn't last forever. I know people that something happened to them years ago and they're still to this day healing from it. And they continue to act in a way where they keep being in relationships and friendships that re-traumatize them. So not only are they still healing from the initial event that happened, but they're still engaging in the same kind of relationships and friendships that traumatized them in the first place. So until you make the decision to be done with the healing process and move on, you are going to stay in that identity, and you are going to keep attracting the same people and the same situations into your life. When something comes up or when something happens to you, feel it. Let yourself feel it deeply. Acknowledge what it is that you're feeling, and let yourself move on. You don't need to keep revisiting the pain and telling everybody what happened to you and repeating it over and over again. Let it go. Move forward. Don't let this situation hold you back energetically, because that's what it's doing. Each time you're about to manifest something different and something better, you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm healing. Oh, I can't have that because I'm healing. And maybe you don't consciously know this, but if you're still healing from your ex, how are you going to manifest that partner that you want? If you're still healing from a past situation, you can't be in the identity of a healed person that attracts the bigger and better thing. You can't be in the identity of a victim and then manifest in a different identity. You have to switch that identity. It's not going to write off what happened to you. It's not minimizing what happened to you. You've acknowledged it. You've done the therapy. You've done the self-inner work. Maybe your version of therapy was journaling about it, crying about it, ranting about it, getting it off your chest, physically and emotionally healing from it. Maybe that took you a few weeks. Maybe it took you a few days. Maybe it took you a couple months. Maybe it took you a year. But babe, you're done. Make the decision now that you are healed. If there are physical steps that you feel like you still need to take, do it. Do what you need to do to give yourself permission to be healed. I have so many people that I've spoken to that they have a situation that they are healing from, and they've been healing from this situation for so long, and they keep saying, oh, I need to go to therapy. I need to see a therapist about this. I need to do the self-love and the inner work so I can heal from this. But they don't do it. They stay in that identity of being someone who is healing and someone who is wounded, and they don't take the steps so that they can give themselves that permission to be healed. I know it's scary to change your identity because new things are going to happen for you. So our minds want to keep us where we are because it's comfortable, because this is what we know. So we have known that we are wounded and we are healing. And this is our identity right now. How would we live if we were healed? How would we be? Like, it's sometimes a scary thing to think about, because right now we have our list of excuses and our list of habits and our list of behaviors, all created around the identity of being someone who was treated poorly and is healing from trauma. So once we've been healed, how would we act? What would our story be? We wouldn't be able to have these excuses anymore because we wouldn't be suffering from healing. So I understand it can be scary, but you have to make that decision. No one is going to give you a clear sign of when you are healed. Being healed doesn't mean that you are going to be happy 24 hours of the day and smiling and like on top of the world, like you're in ecstasy. Maybe it is for you if that's your personality, but not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like a smiley, giggly person. Some people are just very calm, laid back, and that doesn't mean they're not healed. Everybody's different. So the permission slip, give it to yourself. Give yourself permission to be that person and to be healed. And if triggers keep coming up for you, work through them in the moment. Release them. Let them go. Don't keep yourself in that situation of being a victim and needing to pity yourself, because it can feel good to throw ourselves a pity party and be like, oh my gosh, my life, it's so sad. Poor me. Everyone pity me. Like, my life is so hard. That can be kind of fun because it's a little bit gratifying to get that kind of attention from other people, and also ourselves. We feel like we're a martyr. We feel like we've sacrificed so much, and that means that we deserve more because of how much we've suffered. But you're not going to get that until you let go of that identity and start to realize, wow, life is pretty good. Yeah, I went through some stuff, but look at where I am today. Look at where I live. I can make the decision to leave. Maybe I feel like I'm stuck, but I can make a decision to leave. I can move across the country. I can move to another country if I really wanted to. There's a possibility of something new and something different. Give yourself the permission to go there. Give yourself permission to be that person. Say it with your chest. Claim who you are. Claim your new identity. When things come up from your past, revise it. Change it up. Pretend something different happened. Move forward from it. Remind yourself, yes, that did happen, okay, but look at where we are today. I'm healed. I'm good. Everything's fine now. I am safe. I am whole. I am complete. I am provided for. I don't need to suffer about this anymore. There's no point in suffering. I felt the pain when it happened. Why do I have to continue to feel the pain of reminding myself of what happened over and over again? As much as you don't want to believe this, your trauma is your strength. That's what makes you different. That's what gives you individuality and gives you your unique essence and your unique soul and flavor. That is what you can use to help other people with what you've learned for yourself. Choose something different. Choose to be healed. Don't get stuck in that healing journey. Stop posting on your Instagram story those cute quotes about healing, okay? Just move on. Move on with your life. It's over. Focus on what is better, what is going to improve your life. Feel what you need to feel. Get those negative emotions out. Don't suppress your emotions. Get them out. Beat up on a pillow. Yell and scream. Cry. Rage. Throw things. Break things. Run. Exercise. Move your body. Do whatever you need to do to release that. Put it behind you. Write a letter to the person that hurt you. Okay? Let it out 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but let it go. That's it. Stop revisiting it over and over again. It's over. And that is going to hold you back from a better life. And if you want a better life, you can't keep staying in the identity of the person who was hurt. Because the person who was hurt isn't the same person that's going to live a nice life. And you deserve to live a nice life. You deserve to be able to shift. You deserve a new identity. You deserve to have a clean slate and start fresh. Give yourself that opportunity. Move if you have to. Change your wardrobe. Change your hairstyle. Do your makeup differently. Change, transform. Get out of your current identity and choose something different. Because you deserve it. You deserve to have a life that makes you happy. You deserve to let go of those emotions. The world deserves to have and experience you living your highest, best self. So do me a favor, do the world a favor, and do yourself a favor, and choose to change. Choose your new identity. Choose your new reality. Choose to be healed. Affirm, I am healed, I am complete. What's in the past is in the past. I release it, I let it go. I now release any habits, relationships, people, places, and things that no longer serve me. I now release the victim mindset. I am a manifesting queen or king. I can do whatever I set my mind to, and I set my mind to being healed and complete. I choose to step into the identity of the person that I want to be right now. I'm not worried about triggers and traumas coming up, because if they do, I know exactly how to deal with them. I am healed, I am complete. Amen. Hallelujah. And so it is. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave any comments below for any requests in future videos. Don't forget to like this video. And a quick reminder, I'm hosting my first live Q&A this Friday, January 19th at 1:11 p.m. So feel free to send in your questions on my website. I will link it in the description. That way I can get to all your questions on the Q&A. All right? I love you. I wish you the best. You got this. Bye. Mwah.